Hello students, in this lecture we will talk about the different types of addresses, okay, which are used at different layers of the TCP/IP network model. So we can see over here, these are the four layers of the TCP/IP protocol. Uh, you can say TCP/IP protocol suite or TCP/IP model. Okay, this is the network access layer, network layer or the internet layer, you can say. Okay, transport layer and application layer. Okay, so at each layer we can see different types of addressing schemes are being used. Okay, so you can see at the physical layer. Okay, physical layer, uh, at the data link layer, the physical address are being used, okay, for communication uh, between the nodes, okay, between the different systems. And at the network layer, logical address is used, and at the transport layer, port address is used, okay, and at the application layer, a specific type of addresses, okay, uh, are being used over there. So we will see all these types of addresses in detail. Okay, so first we will discuss the physical address. So basically, physical address is also known as the media access control or the MAC address. This address basically, this is an 6 byte length address, okay, that is imprinted in the network interface card, okay, of the system. So you can see the example of the physical address. Okay, so this is the total 6 bytes, okay, written in hexadecimal format. Okay, so if you see over here, uh, in your system, if you try to check the Ethernet properties, okay, so you will find the actual network address over here, physical address. Okay, so you see over here, in that first 3 bytes out of 6 bytes, first 3 bytes of the physical address or the MAC address uh, identify the manufacturer, okay, manufacturer of the that particular system or the computer. Okay, and the last 3 bytes defines the that device itself. Okay, so this way, this particular 6 byte of MAC address is divided into two parts. Okay, so this is the example of the physical address. You can see over here, two systems are there, one sender and one receiver. Okay, sender um, is having this sender device. We have assumed sender device is having physical address as 10 and receiver device is having physical address as 87. Okay, and the communication, they are sender and receiver, they are communicating by sending a frame. Okay, so here you see what information will be contained or included in the frame itself. Okay, as you know, frames are used at the data link layer. Okay, so data link layer will attach its own header. In the header itself, what information will be added? The source MAC address, okay, as well as the destination MAC address. These two information will be added in the header of the frame. Okay, and then this will be sent uh, in this medium. Okay, so once it will reach to this device, okay, which is also connected to this network, so this device will detach the header information and it will try to match its own uh, MAC address. Okay, if it is matching, it will accept this frame. If it is not matching, it will discard. So in this case, because this frame was meant for this device, okay, that's why it has added the destination MAC address as 87. Okay, So this is not matching here, it will be discarded. Okay, same thing will happen over here also. This frame will be discarded by this system. Okay, finally when this frame will reach to this system, okay, this address will be matched. Okay, this destination address is the same as the MAC address of the device itself, and this frame will be accepted by this receiver. Okay, so now you can see second type of address, that is the logical address. Okay, so this type of address is used at network layer. Okay, so basically you see we have seen the physical address. Okay, so physical address basically these are not adequate in an inter-network environment. Okay, means if you are having two different networks, okay, and both are connected through internet. Okay, means you need to communicate outside the network. In that case physical address is not sufficient. Okay, physical address is basically used to communicate uh, within a local area network. Okay, so for inter-network communication we require the logical address. So logical address basically is of 32-bit address. Okay, in case of IP version 4 this is a 32-bit address. So there are two types of representation of this logical address. One is the binary representation, other is the dotted decimal representation. You can see over here. So this will be 32-bit address in binary, and this is in dotted decimal notation. So uh, 4 octets will be there. Okay, now you can see over here in any type of logical or the IP address. Okay, you need to configure three different settings. Okay, what are those settings? First is the IP address itself, second is the subnet mask, third is the default gateway. Okay, so IP address, as we have just seen, this is a dotted decimal number. Okay, and that is unique to a network. Okay, so this is a basically a class full address. This belongs to class C address 192.168.1.10. Okay, and the subnet mask, basically this is also a dotted decimal number which identified the host part as well as and the network part. Okay, in the IP address. Okay, basically IP address is divided into two sections, host section as well as the network section. Okay, so for class C IP address this will be the subnet mask. Okay, and the default gateway, third one is the third thing that you need to configure is the default gateway. So basically this is the dotted decimal number of a network device that connects a host on the current network, okay, to other network. So you can think it of this is basically the one of the interface address, okay, of the router through which this network in which this particular host is connected. Okay, so now coming to other type of address, port address. Okay, this address is used at transport layer. Okay, so as we have seen physical address as well as the logical address means IP address. Okay, so IP address is used to identify a device, the system, okay, in the network. Okay, and this port address which is used at the transport layer is uh, means used to communicate uh, between two processes. Okay, means that's why at the transport layer we call process to process communication, because at one device, okay, there may be means number of processes are running. Okay, so which particular port needs to be looked into, okay, for that particular process, so that is decided with the port number itself. Okay, as you can see over here this this port number basically, okay, uh, in the TCP/IP model having the length of 16 bit. Okay, 16 bit means that is the range for this port number will be from 0 to 2 to the power 16 minus 1. Okay, this will be your range of the port numbers. Okay, any of the number uh, within this range can be used as a port number. Okay, so further categorization of the port numbers are there, means well-known port number, those are the reserved port numbers. Okay, uh, which are assigned at the server side. Okay, so for the time being we will discuss means we will means restrict ourselves up to this only. Okay, means in the subsequent lectures we will discuss in detail regarding the port number. Okay, so now we can see over here port address. Okay, example over here you can see this is the sender device A, in which three processes are running: process A, process B, and process C. And at the receiver side P, two processes are running, I and J. Okay, and this process A wants to communicate, okay, wants to communicate with process J, which are running on device P. Okay, so this way you can see this is the entire process how they will communicate with each other using the port number. Okay, so you see over here from the application layer data comes and then it reaches to transport layer. Transport layer, here it will attach its own header. In the header information, what it will contain? It will contain the source port number as well as the destination port number. Okay, this is the source port number and this is the destination port number. Okay, so now again so this will reach to the network layer, then it will go to data link layer, finally it will reach to other side. Okay, and with this information it will reach to receiver side. Okay, and you see then these two processes which are running on a different system can communicate with each other with the help of this port number. Okay, now this is an example. You can see uh, in this system this web browser, your client program. Okay, it is sending the messages on port number 80. Okay, because web browser, so here you can see web server which is listening on port number 80. Okay, all the requests which are received at port 80, okay, they will be received by the this server itself. Okay, uh, and you can see over here this is the mail server. Okay, so this email client is sending all the requests on port number 25 because the mail server is listening at port number 25 itself. Okay, so this is the uses of port address. Okay, for process to process communication. So now last type of address is the application specific address. Okay, they are basically used at the application layer. So this is basically a email address. Okay, example of this specific address is the email address, as you have seen, maybe abc@xyz.com. Okay, or it may be a URL also, universal resource locator, that is http www.google.com. Okay, so these are the